so it should be an interesting game here tonight. And, of course, the Golden Eagles coming into this game hoping for a little bit of revenge as the Crushers put Tyrone out of playoff action last year, beating the Golden Eagles in Tyrone.
In overtime, via touchdown, Tyrone scored a field goal, and Mccort came back with a TD to win the game. I want to thank Tom Bradley and his staff for setting us up in the press box up here. Great location, Mansion Park in Altoona, my favorite facility anywhere to broadcast a football game that I've ever been. That includes the Pittsburgh area as well. Our pregame activities brought to you by the WTRN Sportsman, and we'll be back after this 2-minute timeout.
Defensive lineup for the Golden Eagles as they play a 4-3-4. At defensive end, a sophomore, number 85, John Schaefer. The defensive tackles are senior, number 77, Tyler Hoover, and junior, number 40, Josh Bradley. The other defensive end is a senior, number 13, Donnie Conrad. The linebackers are number 53, a senior, James Updike, number 21, a senior, Tyler Gilman, and number 14, a senior, Jason Reese. The cornerbacks, number 4, a junior, Shane Amy, and number 24, a junior, Shane Tate, and the safeties are number 2, junior, John Franco, and number 11, senior, Justin Shop.
Have won the coin toss and deferred, so Bishop Mccort will get the ball first. And it's going to be Brad Barvin and Chris Seidel. Deep at their own 5-yard, getting ready to accept the kick from John Schaefer, and our District 6 championship game will be underway. Beautiful night for a ball game. Nice temperatures, no threat of rain, and of course, artificial surface here at Mansion Park in Altoona makes for a perfect combination. Crowds excellent for both sides. Oh, nice long kick. Taken at the 3-yard line by Mccort. And it's Barvin across the 20 to 25. Hard hit across the 30-yard line. So Mccort takes over 1st and 10.
Shane Amy and Donnie Conrad on that hard hit, but Barvin had some decent running room up the near sideline here to, as you mentioned, Rich, the 28-29-yard line.
Found a little lane, as you mentioned, near sideline-wise, and got it out near the 30-yard line. 1st down and 10 for Mccort, and we'll see this offense, which, as Jordan mentioned, very well balanced between pass and run. Jordan DeFrancis is the junior quarterback. He wears number 10. And he's set to call the first play from scrimmage of the game from the 29-yard line. Barvin across the 30 to the 31 for a short 2-yard gain. Went over tackle that time. And Tyrone stopped him after a 2-yard gain. Golden Eagles coming into this 7 out of 11 in district championship games in the Franco era. And, of course, we'd like to make it 8 out of 12 tonight. 2nd and 8 from the 31-yard line. Mccort breaks huddle, and here we go with DeFrancis over center. I formation. A complete pass to the 35, out to the 40 for a 1st down for the Crushers. The receiver in the slot that time making the catch, Gerard. That looks like Jared Kabinski.
Yeah, Jared Kabinski, number 1. He has a brother also that plays a lot, Josh, and it will be a nice 1st down pickup, as you mentioned, mixing it up nicely, a gain of 10 out to the 41.
That's the way they worked it last week in that win over Phillipsburg OCO, a pass-run, very effective type of an offense. So that's a gain of 7 yards out across the 41-yard line. But this time, Mccort is stopped at the line of scrimmage. Their top rusher over 1,000 yards. Scott Lewis stopped at the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard.
Yeah, Josh Bradley, Tyler Hoover in on the stop. As you mentioned, about a yard gain. That's it, Rich. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Tyrone has played very tough against the run all year long, led by their all-state performer, number 77, Tyler Hoover. Chris Seidel wide out to the near side. Double wide outs near side, as a matter of fact, this time. DeFrancis sticks to the ground, and a nice gain across the 45 out near midfield for the ball carrier. Is that Lewis again? For Mccort. So he has a positive game that time across the 45. We'll call it to the 48. About a third down coming up now, just underway in the first quarter. Give him about 3 yards needed for a first down here near midfield. Mccort taking the opening kickoff and marching it near the midfield stripe. In twin wideouts near side of the field. DeFrancis needs 3 for a first down. Let's see if he goes to the air. Tyrone has jumped off sides. Golden Eagles a little over-anxious there. It looks like they're going to get that first down via penalty.
Yeah, it looks like Tyler Hoover moved first. I didn't see the offense move, and they send their tight end, Michael Cruz, in motion into the backfield a lot. He can be a lead blocker a lot of times on some of these running plays, but the offside penalty is going to give the Crushers a first down and into Tyrone territory at about the 47-yard line.
Crushers one of the bigger teams that Tyrone has faced this year line-wise.
Yeah, they got some pretty good size on the line, and their tight end, Cruz, as I mentioned, is about 250.
Remember Jose Cruz from a couple of years ago was a tight end, probably a brother. Pro-eye set for the Crushers. Good protection for the quarterback, and he throws the ball downfield. It's going to be caught for a touchdown for Bishop. Mccort Seidel making that catch at the 10-yard line. He got past Shop and took it all the way for a score. Perfectly thrown pass by DeFrancis down the near sideline. Beautiful catch as well.
Yeah, right in stride as he beat Shop. He was about 5 yards beyond him, and Jordan DeFrancis laid it right on the money at about the 12-yard line in that range, and Seidel just waltzed into the end zone easily, and the Crushers go on top, 6-0.
We've seen Tyrone's Tyler Golden throw that type of pass all year long for Tyrone on the long bombs to Shop, but this time Shop was beaten by Seidel, and the touchdown for the Crushers. The extra point is good, and it's 7-0 Bishop Mccort. All right, let's see if Tyrone can match him. Back with the Crusher kickoff. Score, Bishop Mccort 7, Tyrone 0. Back in 6 for the Mccort kickoff. 8 catches last week for Seidel Drupp, but only 55 yards. He had all short catches last week.
Yeah, but that's a 47-yard touchdown pass that time, and the Crushers on the board first, and they're kicking off now. And
out of bounds kick, so Tyrone's going to get a break. Golden Eagles take over at their own 35-yard line if they choose to, and I'm sure they will. Boy, Mccort was marching the ball down the field so methodically there. I think they caught Tyrone by surprise with that bomb.
Yes, they did, as they ran the deep pattern down the near sideline here, and it was a 71-yard drive, and Dane DeMoncos kicked the extra point to give them the 7-0 lead.
So now let's see what the Golden Eagles offense can do, led, of course, by senior quarterback Tyler Golden. Done an outstanding job as a first-year starter. You heard Bob Miller talking about both teams with first-year starters, but Tyrone's a senior who didn't get a chance to play much behind Leonard Wilson, who is a very fine quarterback for Tyrone. Tyler Gilman gets the call. Gilman across the 35, out to the 38 for a gain of about 3. Can't tell you about the Penn State game next week because we're done with Penn State football, of course, until the Outback Bowl, I think they call it. New Year's morning. Whoa, do I have to get up early New Year's morning? 11 o'clock kickoff time against an SEC opponent, huh?
Yeah, unnamed opponent yet, so the Nittany Lions will play on New Year's Day.
Split backs behind Golden on second down for Tyrone. All right, there's play action coming up, and the bomb down the field. Chalk is open, and it's just a little overthrown at the 30-yard line. He had outpaced his 2 defenders, including number 24 on the defense for Mccort. That's Jack Sherry, the sophomore, trying to take advantage of a couple underclassmen. Sophomores in there.
Yeah, and that time Shop was beyond the secondary of the Crushers, but at about the 30-yard line of Bishop Mccort, but the pass just overthrown by about 3 or 4 yards. Justin did not really have a chance to catch it.
If he could have caught that one in stride, we would have had a matching touchdown just like Bishop Mccourt's a few minutes earlier. Oh, beautiful defensive play on Johnny Franco. Throws him for a loss back at the 36-yard line. They were operating from shotgun, trying to fool Mccourt's defense there. They went to the run to Franco, and Franco was smeared.
Yeah, try to draw play, but Wayne Jones, the defensive tackle, number 74, diagnosed it beautifully. It's a 2-yard loss back to the 36-yard line. It's 4th and 9.
Outstanding defensive play that time by Bishop Mccort. So the Golden Eagles, Levi Reinhardt is in the game to punt from his own 20. Ooh, high snap. He gets the kick off. It's a low liner. They're going to let it bounce. And now picking it up at the 30 is number 3. He's running wide, and he's going to be stopped cold. We have a timeout, change of possessions. Let's return to our WTRN studios for a 30-second break. Number 3 was the ball carrier for the Crushers. Matt Borger was that program they gave us, one I can read a lot better. But there is a face mask penalty against Tyrone, but it's only the 5-yarder, so advances the ball 5 yards to the 33-yard line. And Mccort back to the ground attack to the 34 for a yard gain. That's about it before the ball carrier is pushed back. I guess it's Lewis again.
Yes, it is, Rich, and good job by the defense there. Just handoff over right tackle, but he does get it out to about the 36. It'll be a gain of 3.
Radio Rich, Gerard Kashubeck bringing you the action tonight here on 1340 AM, WTRN Tyrone, and TyronePA.com on the internet tonight. As will tomorrow's Bellwood game broadcast as well. If you can't be there for that one here at Mansion Park, we will certainly have the game on the radio and on the internet. Lewis again following his tacklers over tackle. He makes it across the 36, maybe to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, it'll be a decent pickup over right tackle again. Tyler Hoover in on the stop for the Golden Eagles, but a gain of 4, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and 3.
And Tyrone very leery of this quarterback, Mr. DeFrancis. Jordan DeFrancis, only a junior. They know he can throw the bomb. After that touchdown pass he threw earlier in the quarter. Pass for a first down across the 40 to the 45-yard line. Out of bounds goes that big number 3 again, who carried the kickback, Matt Vargas, a junior, 5'7". I said big, he's really not. He's kind of speedy, 5'7", 160-pounder.
Yeah, and he just took a step back as he lined up wide and took the reception from DeFrancis and found running room up the near sideline to midfield, a gain of 10, and it's a first down for the Crushers.
Well, all we've heard about Mccort has been true so far, how they mix it up so well between the run and the pass. Long passes, short passes, and the run as well from Lewis. 1st and 10, Bishop Mccort. Lewis again, 45, 40, 35, trying a uniform tackle. It doesn't work, and Lewis has a real strong run, this time inside the 30 to the 25-yard line. Boy, Tyrone couldn't bring him down.
Yeah, they're just shredding Tyrone's defense right now. It's a 25-yard gain for Scott Lewis from midfield down to the Golden Eagle 25, right up the middle that time. Found a big opening.
That's not usually the type of gain you see against Tyrone all season long. A long gain for a running back up the middle. Sometimes they run wide against Tyrone for long gainers, but that was a pretty run by Lewis that time. Inside the 25-yard line, we do have a fumble, and Mccort falls on it. Boy, we talk about those turnovers, how important they can be in a championship game of this caliber. You don't want to turn that ball over.
Yeah, it was not a clean exchange between center and quarterback that time, and DeFrancis never had the handle on it, and luckily, though, he was able to pounce right on it at the line of scrimmage, so it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 25.
That's the Tyrone 25-yard line. Bishop Mccort has marched right down the field into Tyrone territory here. Lewis following his big blocker again. Hey, nice tackle this time by Johnny Franco. Comes in and makes a stop.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to bounce it wide and get some big running room, but Franco came up and made a good, nice tackle down low and brought Scott Lewis down. It'll be a gain of 3 down to the 22 and bring up a 3rd and 7.
Yeah, Lewis looked like he was going to break it wide that time toward the near sideline, but out of nowhere came Mr. Franco, number 2. Terrific stop by Franco at the 23-yard line. Well, we're more than midway through the first quarter. And Bishop Mccourt's 2nd drive on the night. Not much there. Lewis has the ball to the 20, to the 19-yard line for a gain of about 4, but that's going to bring a fourth down. Interesting decision here. Do they have a field-goal kicker? We'll find out. Or they may just go for it. They need, what, about 4?
Call it 5. Nose of the football just inside the 20-yard line. It looks like they are bringing a field goal unit in, Rich, so let's see.
Remember, last year they had a real good kicker. Ball's at just inside the 20-yard line. Number 17 is their kicker, and that is Dane DeMoncos, a freshman. A freshman, wow. 37-yard attempt. Snap's a good one. Kick is up. It's not going to, well, let's see. It is through. Just made it through the crossbar. And Bishop Mccort leads it by a score of 10-0. Back with the Mccort kickoff in 60 seconds. Only the second time this year the Tyrone has fallen behind in the game. Remember, the first one was down in that rain at Penns Valley, when Penns Valley gave Tyrone all it could handle. So here we go. Oh, that kick's going out of bounds again. Tyrone getting some good breaks early in the game on the kickoffs.
Well, he's done good on extra point and kickoff, or field goal here, Rich, but his kickoffs have been out of bounds, not even close. I mean, they're going out of bounds at about the 30 or 25-yard line of Tyrone. So let's see here. We do have another flag down, too, I think. Let's see.
Maybe they're going to re-kick. They can choose to re-kick. That's what they might be going to do, rather than take it to the 35-yard line. I think that's what they are going to do. Kick is out of bounds. You have a choice of taking it at the 35 or re-kicking, and they're going to re-kick. So they figure they spotted a weak spot in the Mccort team.
Yeah, I believe it was offsides, Mccort, but he hasn't kicked the ball more than 30 yards downfield, so they figure make him re-kick 5 yards deeper, and if they can get it in bounds, they might have a better return past the 35-yard line.
Yeah, let's see who's right here. If they get it past the 35, they made the correct decision. If they don't get it to the 35, then they should have taken it where it was, out of bounds. We'll see. 3 minutes and 47 seconds to go in the first quarter. District 6 championship action on WTRN and TyronePA.com. Well, he's going to keep it in bounds? No, it's going to go out of bounds again. Third time in a row. Hey, make him re-kick it again, I say now.
Definitely, I would. Because he can't get it in bounds, gain 5 yards every time, and he's got to learn to put it in play. And I think the Golden Eagles should take it now, the penalty.
I don't know what the problem with the kicker is. He just kicked a field goal of how many yards? 37 yards, and kicked an extra point, but he can't do anything on the kickoffs. So now they're going to force him another 5 yards back. And Tyrone should get excellent field position here, unless, of course, he kicks it out of bounds for a third time. I don't think I've ever seen that before. In a game, 2 kicks out of bounds in a row. No, never know. Never always see something new in football. And now we're going clear back to the 30. Again, that kicker is Dane Domingos, only a freshman, so hey, you got to give a kid a little bit of break, I guess, huh?
Yeah, the Golden Eagles use a freshman punter and a sophomore kicker, but DeMoncos just hasn't been able to put it in play on the kickoff.
And this time it goes down the field and bounces at the 30-yard line across the... Oh, Johnny Franco's breaking it wide. 35, 40, out across the 45. So that decision pays off for Tyrone. Golden Eagles to get the ball in excellent field position here. Out across the 40 near the 45-yard line. First and 10 at the Golden Eagle 46-yard line. That time he decided, made a change rather than kicking deep, just a squib kick.
Yeah, he squibbed it down the middle. It was never more than about 10 feet off the ground, but Franco did a nice job to come up and pick it up on about the third hop at the 30-yard line, returns it to the 46.
Good job by Johnny Franco. Golden to shot, completion into Mccort territory, 45 down to the 40. First down for Tyrone on the completed pass to Justin Schaaf, the senior, Tyrone's leading receiver on the year. Terrific year for Schaaf, made some long bomb receptions as well. 14-yard gainer on that one. Clock moving with 3 minutes and 29 seconds to go in the first quarter. Been all Mccort so far, but Tyrone starting to put something together now. Helped by that kicking problem. Tyler Gilman running wide, and he's to the 40-35. He's inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. Nope, stays in bounds. But a nice gainer there by Gilman.
Yeah, it's just a quick pitch around left end that time, and Gilman found some running room wide. He's going to get 7 or 8 yards. We'll see they spot it down to 33, a pickup of 7. They'll be 2nd and 3.
Gilman beating the defenders wide that time. I'll correct myself, that play was out of bounds, so that did stop the clock at 3:12 to go in the quarter. Tyrone operating out from the far hash marks. Long count for Golden, and maybe too long a count. Could that be a delay of game penalty? That just might be. I thought that was an awfully long count that time.
Yeah, I think it might be a delay of game penalty against the Golden Eagles and march it back. No, the official signaling now, well, they say legal procedure, so it'll march it back to the 38, and now bring up a 2nd and 8.
So that nice gain by Gilman loses 5 yards of that on the penalty. So Tyrone huddles it up again, and the football now placed at the 38 of the Crushers. Oh, Golden completes the stop at the 25-yard line inside the 25 for a first down for Tyrone. Justin Schott made that catch at the 30 and took it inside the 25 for a Golden Eagle first down.
And a nice throw by Tyler Golden that time, right down the middle of well, at the near hash mark, we should call it. They'll spot it down to about the 23. That's going to be a pickup of 15 and a first down.
Golden Eagles looking for their first score on the night. And now they'll operate, as George mentioned, from the near hash marks. Split backs. Franco running wide. 20, 15 inside the 15-yard line before he's forced, and a flag is thrown out of bounds. That could be a late hit out of bounds. We'll wait and see here what the call is from the officials with 2:41 to go in the quarter, but all of a sudden Tyrone putting it together offensively here. Marching deep into Mccort territory.
And it's very close to a first down. It's near a 10-yard pickup, but it's with the penalty, personal foul against the Crushers, it's going to be moot. It's called a 10-yard pickup for Franco, and then half the distance to the goal from the 13 is going to put it at about the 6.5-yard line, Rich, and give the Golden Eagles first and goal.
At the 2:41 mark of the first quarter here. Franco and Gilman. Pro I set this time. Gilman's the tailback. Gilman gets the call, and he's into the end zone, I believe, for a Tyrone touchdown from the 6-yard line, or has he stopped just shy? No, half-yard shy. Boy, nice run by Gilman over tackle. He found a big hole. Yeah, the left side of the line, Tyler Hoover, James Updike opened a nice hole up, and looked like he was going to get to the end zone, but he just came down short. It's going to be second and goal, about a foot away from the goal line. I thought he was in, but just shy by a foot or so. So now Tyrone is second and goal. Trying to get their first score of the night. Franco, though, stopped for a loss. Boy, a nice defensive. That 44 came in and made that play. That's Scott Lewis, the linebacker and running back. So they do not get in on second down. As a matter of fact, a loss of about 1.5 yards. Yeah, loses back to the 2-yard line or so, Rich. So it's going to bring up third and goal at about the 2. And the clock moving, 1:43 to go in the quarter. Well, that was an excellent play by the linebacker Lewis on Johnny Franco. Johnny was stopped in his tracks that time. Golden, quarterback keeper, into the end zone for a Tyrone touchdown, is it? He stopped short again. Stopped by half a yard. I thought he was in again. That's the second time I've miscalled that. Boy, Tyler Golden just followed his tacklers and looked like he was in. Yeah, it's going to be a foot short again, and this is the second time the Golden Eagles. That's really what they should have done on the handoff to Franco, just let Golden go over center Josh Wright, but they do it this time on third down. It's going to be fourth and foot. Well, you got to punch it in now. Tyler Golden is stopped for a loss. Beautiful defensive effort by the Mccort Crushers. Golden took the handoff. I don't know if that was a clean handoff or not, but he moved back a little bit. Looked like he wanted to go to his right, but he didn't have time to go to his right and take it into the end zone around end.
Well, he tried to go right over center that time, but it was just a brick wall there, and he bounced off that and tried to go to his right, as you mentioned, and one of the Crushers come up and made the stop before he could get to the end zone. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Crushers at about the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I thought he was trying to go around end, but you're correct on that. He tried to the middle of the line like he had that nice gainer on 3rd down, but Mccort, boy, excellent defensive effort there. Just 48 seconds to go in the first quarter. So now Mccort will try to find some breathing room here out near the 5-yard line. Is that Lewis on the carry? He seems to be the guy to go to for Mccort. Mr. Lewis, and he wears number 44. Scott is a senior running back, stands at 5'11", 202, so that's a nice size for a speedy back as well. 2nd down coming up, Golden Eagles. This should be the last play of the first quarter. District 6 AA championship game. Jeanette beat Greensburg Central Catholic, somewhat of an upset, so they are the champion of the WPIAL. Winner of this game will meet them. I think Mccort's just going to let the clock run down. So that's the end of the first quarter. Bishop Mccort 10, Tyrone 0. We'll be back in 60 seconds. On to WPIL. Well, Bill says that they're going to face the District 10 winner this year, the winner of the District 10 and 9 game. So we'll have to double check on that. Changing things around year after year by year, it seems. So from the 5-yard line, 2nd down and about 6 to go. Lewis with a gain of 4. Boy, Tyrone would really like to stop him here. I think that guy's hard to bring down, though. Lewis pushed back after he gets across the 5 out near the 8-yard line, maybe the 9.
Yes, see where they spot forward progress. It is going to be to about the 9, and it's only going to be a 3rd and 2 play now for the Crushers at their own 9-yard line.
And we told you Lewis is their main running back, speedy back, but he also weighs 200 pounds, so he was tough to bring down that time by the Tyrone defense, gained about 3 yards. Just underway in the second quarter. The score 10-0. Mccort leads Tyrone. Tyrone fans in front of us here, they're up saying, defense, defense, let's stop them and get that ball back. Uh-oh, penalty flag thrown before they can get the play off, Gerard.
Yeah, I didn't see any movement. I had the glasses on that time, but let's see if it's an offside or illegal procedure against the Crushers.
Half the distance to the goal.
Delay a game, man.
Delay a game. Penalty against Bishop Mccort. That's another thing you don't like to see if you're a coach in a championship game. You don't want those silly little mistakes building up.
Correct. That's kind of a costly one. Let's see if they can... they had it 3rd and short, and now it's going to be 3rd and about 7 or 8 yards for the first down.
Looked like they were going to go to the air on that 3rd down play anyway, even though they only needed 2 and were doing very well with the run, but it looked like they were going to go to the air anyway. They may be forced to pass the football here. Boy, wouldn't a Tyrone interception be sweet at this point? Oh, it's over the head of the intended receiver at the 20-yard line, and that was once again number 21, Seidel, incomplete. So they'll have to putter.
Well, it was a pair of number 21, Seidel, the intended receiver, but Tyler Gilman, number 21, got his hands on the football first, but he was up in the air, and Seidel came and hit him low and knocked it free. Incomplete. It almost was your interception, Rich.
Very close. But now Bishop Mccort's going to be forced to punt it out of their own end zone. Let's see who their punter is. Number 22. That is Ben Historic. Only a sophomore. Boy, they got a young kicking squad. Bad snap. Kick is up, though. It's a pretty good kick. Out across the 30. Bounces at the 35, the 40, the 45, and still taking English, and we have a change of possessions. Tyrone will take over in their own territory. That's that artificial turf, huh?
That's a 55-yard punt with no return.
So we'll take a 30-second break, and we'll be back with more football. Boy, if this wouldn't have been artificial turf, that ball, Tyrone would have had it in their own territory. But it bounced an extra 15 yards. So Golden's hit after the play, and could be an interception here. No, it's down at the 20-yard line, incomplete. So Golden was just about hit as he was getting that pass off, rolling to his left. He had Justin Schaub as a receiver, but that time Justin was pretty well covered.
Yeah, he was well covered down there. The pass was inside of him. Neither the defensive back for the Crushers nor Schaub could get to the pass, I should say. So the Golden Eagles will have it 2nd and 10 just outside their own 40-yard line.
Incomplete pass, 2nd and 10. As we're just underway in the second quarter of our district championship game here at Mansion Park in Altoona, a great facility, both for the players and the announcers and the fans. You know, Tyler Golden's trying to run wide. He has it to the 40. Breaks a tackle at the 45, across the 45 to the 47-yard line. Golden ran wide nicely. He's run wide a couple times pretty well tonight.
Yeah, Tyler Gilman on the carry, and they did a nice spin move at the 45 to break a tackle, as you mentioned, Rich, and all the way out to the 48. A gain of 8 will bring up 2nd and 2.
That was good work by Tyler Gilman that time on second effort for the Golden Eagles ball carrier, the senior. Tyrone's offense out in the field quite a lot here. Bishop McCourt's defense has been in there quite a bit. And there's a Johnny Franco run. Johnny Franco to the 30, to the 25, to the 20, inside the 10-yard line, to the 5, and into the end zone for a touchdown. Johnny Franco doing that on his own. Touchdown by Johnny Franco. Tyrone makes it a 10-6 game. So 9:48 to go in the first quarter. Johnny Franco, junior running back, with the score. Now the extra point try coming up by Schaefer. Had one guy who could have caught him, Gerard, but
he just outraced him. It was a good race. They were only about a yard apart. He was grasping to make the tackle at about the 20-yard line, and they ran step for step, but Franco, losing a little bit of gas, got tackled right at the 1-yard line, but fell into the end zone for the touchdown.
Wow. Exciting run for Johnny Franco for Tyrone. Kick is good. Tyrone trails 10-7. Back in 60 seconds. Bishop McCourt set to take the kick. Short kick this time, taking it about the 10-yard line. Seidel with the football. 20, 25, about across the 25 and out of bounds in the far sideline. So McCourt will take over. 9:40 to go in the quarter. From the 27-yard line, quarterback, the junior, Jordan DeFrancis. Not too much running room there, just across the 27, maybe a yard.
What a play by James Updike that time, who'd come in from his linebacking spot and wrapped up Scott Lewis after just about a yard gain is it. They spotted out to the 28, 2nd and 9.
So the Crushers at their own 28-yard line. Clock moving, 9:12 to go in the first half. Twin receivers, wide side of the field this time for McCourt. Signals they may go to the pass. Sack by Tyrone, though. Back at the 17-yard line. Boy, that's the big guy, Tyler Hoover.
Tyler Hoover knifed in there that time and corralled DeFrancis as he was looking to his right that time, but Tyler just broke through and had to drag him down. It looked like he was going to escape for a second, but Tyler wouldn't let go, and they marked forward progress to the 20, so it'll be a loss of about 8 and bring up a 3rd and 17.
Yeah, the guy's been doing it for you all season long. Tyler Hoover, the big senior, number 77. Split backs behind quarterback DeFrancis. Over the middle of the field it goes, incomplete at the 35, so Tyrone is going to force a punt here.
Matt Varga, the intended receiver, but nice coverage by Tyler Gilman. He had the inside coverage, and the pass incomplete. And do we have a flag down there? Or officials are kind of talking to each other.
With the glasses on it, see what's going on here. It was an incomplete pass. I didn't see a penalty flag thrown near the receiver, but who knows? Now they're talking it over. .809 to go in the first half. Play was blown dead. So, no play. Guess you got third down over again, huh?
Looks like that's what it's going to be. I don't know if the Crushers called a timeout or why the whistle was blown, but I believe that play is not going to count, and it's going to be 3rd and 17 again at the 20.
It wasn't a penalty because they didn't move the ball forward or backwards. An unusual call by the officials. Tyrone was set to take the punt. And now Mccort will get another opportunity. From their own 20-yard line, and now a timeout is called by Tyrone. We'll be back after this 60-second break. Head coach John Franco at Tyrone having a very animated discussion with the officials about that call, huh?
Yeah, and that's why he called the timeout, just to talk to the officials, really, about this call. But, the officials called no play. But what I don't like about it, Rich, is I saw no official. They let the play go. If something happened before the snap of the football, they should have been in there waving their arms. But no official did that. So
should have been whistles all over the place there to let the players know that there was no play, but they didn't. Third down and 17 at the 20-yard line. If Tyrone can stop them here, they're going to get the ball back in good field position. Bomb downfield, could be intercepted. No, Johnny Franco lets it go. Smart move by Franco at the 40-yard line of the Golden Eagles.
Yeah, well covered that time. The intended receiver was number 3, Matt Varga. Was well downfield in the center of the field, but Johnny Franco had the best chance to catch it. And you're right, he might have just let it go because he would have been tackled right there, and maybe they're going to make him punt. So the no call by the officials, or the blown whistle by the officials, doesn't hurt the Golden Eagles.
And that's good news. Oh, bad punt by Mccort, but who knows which way it's going to bounce. That takes good English again for the Crushers. Cross the 50-yard line to about the 46 of Tyrone. That was a high, short punt that still did pretty good.
Well, all year the Tyrone return men have made some nice returns throughout the season when they catch the football, but they got to come up even though it bounces in front of them, especially on the turf. You're going to get a truer bounce. Come up and corral that football before it bounces another 10, 15 yards like it has on the 2 punts by Bishop Mccort.
Be a little more aggressive, yeah. But still, Tyrone has the ball in excellent field position at their own 47-yard line. As we play in the second quarter, your score, Bishop Mccort 10 and Tyrone 7. Golden hands it off to Franco. Gilman out across the 45 near the 50-yard line on the run. Approaching midway here in the second quarter. The Court started off strong. Tyrone made a great comeback, though, on a nice drive, and Johnny Franco scored on what was the yardage on that touchdown run by 52-yard run by Johnny Franco. Split backs behind quarterback Tyler Golden this time. Good pressure by Mccort. And he is going to be nearly sacked, but the pass is incomplete, intended for number 13 that time for Tyrone. And that is the tight end, Donnie Conrad, at the 40-yard line, but all kinds of guys chasing Tyler Golden that time.
And the line did a good job, too, as they broke through, but then Golden rolled to his left, and the lineman come back and picked up those players, and it allowed him to get the pass off into the middle of the field to Conrad, but just a little too high, incomplete. And so a nice job by Tyler Golden avoiding the pressure, and but the pass is incomplete.
At least he didn't give up the sack, huh? Clock stopped, 7:09 to go, first half. Golden back in shotgun. Blitz. They're after him. He gets the pass off, though. It's overthrown at the 35-yard line. Justin Schaub was the intended receiver running a sideline pattern that time, but incomplete.
Eric Lowry on the coverage for the Marauder, or for the Crushers, I should say. Incomplete, though, so the Golden Eagles will have to punt it.
Yeah, let's see if Tyrone can pin him back here with a good punt. This will be Tyrone's second punt on the night, I believe. Freshman Levi Reinhardt at the 37. Let's see if Mccourt's return men are aggressive here. Yes, nope, they came fair catch at the 20. So, change of possessions. Let's move back to our WTRN studios. And we'll take a quick 30-second timeout. Jordan DeFrancis, over center, set to call the play. Swing pass this time. Ooh, nice defensive play, though, by who's that? Shane Tate. Back at the 18, threw him for a loss.
Matt Varga gets the pass in the backfield. It's just a little swing pass as he lines out wide, but Shane Tate had it measured beautifully. It's going to
19-yard line, actually, so a loss of 1. 2nd and 11 for Bishop Mccort. All of a sudden, Bishop Mccourt's offense, Tyrone figured it out just a little bit better here. Early in the game, they had 2 nice drives that resulted in scores. All the action on WTRN, Tyrone, and TyronePA.com. From Mansion Park in Altoona. Lewis running wide. Ooh, he's running hard, but still gets only 5 yards, maybe 6, out to the 25-yard line. 6:09 to go in the quarter. And Tyrone's defense trying to dig in and make a stop here.
Yeah, they let him get wide that time. It looked like they were going to stop him after maybe a yard gain, but he bounced it wide and picked up extra yardage to the 25. It'll bring up 3rd and 5.
Lewis is hard to bring down.
He's got a low center of gravity, Rich. You got to get him low. You can't get him high. As you mentioned, he's only 5'10", 5'11", and 205 pounds.
Well, over 200-pounder. Lewis again, and he's going to be stopped shy of the first down, out across the 25 at the 27. So Tyrone has done the work again on defense, stopped him, and forces the punt. That's Tyler Hoover on the stop for Golden Eagles. Hey, well, an East End Pizza trivia question again at halftime concerning football, of course, so stay tuned. You just might be the winner of a foot-long hot dog with all your favorite toppings, which always include sauce and onions, of course, as far as I'm concerned, or a Tyrone-style hoagie. Gerard will also check the stats and scoring plays from the first half of tonight's game. No flag is thrown. Hope that's not against Tyrone. 4 minutes and 55 seconds to go in the quarter.
Yeah, if it is, it'll give the Crushers a first down, but it looks like it's going to be against the Crushers. It looks like one of the players lined up wide moved a little early, so it's going to march it back to the 22 and bring up a 4th and 7. So the Crushers will have to punt a little deeper in their own territory.
You know, Tyrone's had excellent field position really the whole game.
Yes, they have, Rich. They've had a little bit better the field position. They've been starting it around their own 40-yard line, between their 40 and 50.
Just before kickoffs.
Correct, Rich.
So now we'll see what happens on the punt this time. Fair catch, signal 4 at the 42. So we'll keep it here this time. Community Pharmacy, Pennsylvania Avenue, downtown Tyrone, is a proud booster of Tyrone sports. Christmas gift items available now at Community Pharmacy, your area prescription headquarters. Be sure to stop on by. And the bullpen in the Tyrone Shopping Center says, hey, stop on into the bullpen following tonight's game. Meet your friends, have something good to eat and drink, and don't forget about their buffet every Sunday, 11 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. That is at the bullpen in the Tyrone Shopping Center, a big booster of Tyrone Golden Eagle sports for many years. So, here's the run by Franco, but he's going to be stopped cold this time. Ooh, nice hit at the 45. Flag is thrown. So this is going to be a penalty against Bishop Mccort, out of bounds hit. I said it was a nice hit, but it may be an out of bounds hit.
It might have been a little bit out of bounds. It was real close. I couldn't tell. It was in front of the Tyrone sideline. Franco looked like he was stopped for no gain, but again, he bounced it outside and picked up about 4 yards to the 46, and then was knocked out of bounds, and we have a personal foul against Bishop Mccort.
I said a hard hit, too hard of a hit, and an out of bounds hit as well. Don't forget, Lou Seidel, Lance Baird on hand tomorrow afternoon to bring you action in the Class A championship game between the Juniata Green Hornets and the Bellwood Annis Blue Devils. We'll have a pregame show starting 1:15 or so, and then the kickoff 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. That game had been originally scheduled for a 7 kickoff, but they changed it to afternoon. 39-yard line off the court. Tate breaks a tackle at the 30, down to the 25-yard line for another Tyrone first down. Shane Tate making the catch and then doing a little bit on his own.
Yeah, he did a nice move. He kind of stiff-armed the guy and got him away from him and got an extra 6 or 7 yards down to the 24-yard line, so a pickup of 15 on that first down pass completion.
If you're worried about the clock, Tyrone has plenty of time for a score here. Maybe take the lead in the game. Yeoman, 25, out of bounds he goes. Nope, inbound. Stop is made by number 44, and that is someone I should know, Scott Lewis.
And again, he got around Barbin that time, who had him in the backfield for a loss, but he showed his speed and at least got back to the line of scrimmage at the 24 before Scott Lewis pushed him out of bounds, 2nd and 10.
As I said, not out of bounds because the clock keeps running. It's made the stop inbounds. But still plenty of time for Tyrone here, 3:53. And they have 2 timeouts left as well. Tate and Shop, wide outs to the far side of the field this time. Oh, nice stop by Mccort on Gilman, stops him for a loss. Did you see who made that tackle?
Number 50, Anthony Caparelli, that time knifed in, and it's a yard loss for Gilman back to the 25. It's going to be 3rd and 11.
Oh, he edged his way in there and really tackled Tyler Gilman low, didn't give him a chance to get anything.
Yeah, he didn't get untracked at all, so 3rd and long here for Tyrone now, and shotgun formation.
Now screen pass being set up. Oh, what a hit by Bishop Mccort. Lewis makes a terrific hit on Gilman. He should have just dropped that football. Tyler Gilman took a really very hard hit way back there at the 26-yard line. So 4th down coming up. Do we try a field goal here to tie it? John Schaefer, pretty good booter.
Yeah, this one would be about a 44-yarder. I think the Golden Eagles are actually going to go for it. Tyler Golden's still in there.
Yes, sir. So Tyler got a pretty good spot there. Actually, it's near the original line of scrimmage. Golden throws it to Shop. Made the catch at the 10-yard line. First down for Tyrone. 2:11 to go. So big 4th down play by the Golden Eagles.
And they come through as Tyler Golden knifed it in there in the near sideline to Justin Shop. They're going to spot it at about the 9-yard line. That's a pickup of 16 and 1st and goal.
Just when we thought they were down and out there on about a 4th and 12. Complete pass. Franco running hard to the 5-yard line. And the clock is moving with 2 minutes to go. Tyrone not concerned, though. They'd like to run a little bit more the clock off if they can get a score here and take the lead in the game. Gilman with the call. He stopped at about the 5, maybe the 4-yard line. And the clock continues to move. Tyrone about set for a timeout here, I think, with 1:26 to go. George says, don't call timeout here. Take your time. And on 3rd down, and goal from the 4. Pass in the end zone is caught for Tyrone. Touchdown! Justin Shaw.
We're sorry, your call did not go through. Will you please try your call again? Thank you.
We're experiencing some technical difficulties. We'll be right back with you as soon as we can. All right, Rich.
Okay, here we go. Oh, phone problem there, unfortunately for us here at Mansion Park, and we missed the Tyrone touchdown. Golden Eagles on a pass from Tyler Golden to Justin Shop.
Covering just 3 yards, but it gets the Golden Eagles on top with the extra point. It's a 14-10 score now, but on the ensuing kickoff, Chris Seidel returns it from his own 15 all the way out to midfield for the Crushers. They have 52 seconds left, and they have it at midfield.
That was a nice kickoff return for Mccort that time. Seidel splitting far to the right. And DeFrancis going shotgun for the first time tonight. Gets a pass off down the middle of the field. Incomplete. Big number 85 was the intended receiver. A flag is thrown, so that's going to be a penalty against Tyrone. Michael Cruz was interfered with that time. And Mccort will get a first down out of that. They still have 47 seconds, and don't forget they've got that good field goal kicker.
Yes, they do. It's pass interference against the Golden Eagles, and it should be a spot foul about the... Let's see where they do spot it, but it'll give the Crushers 1st and 10 in Tyrone territory, as we mentioned.
Cruz is a big, big target. 6'4", 255, tight end and defensive end, and only a junior. Wow. He'll grow some more for next year. So Mccort to the 35-yard line now. Flag is thrown before we can get the play underway here late in the second quarter, but Tyrone has taken the lead in the game, 14-10. That's what Bob Miller and yours truly predicting prior to this. We were going to have a close one here. Started off, Bishop Mccort was dominating, but Tyrone has come right back. 5-yard penalty against the Crushers.
Illegal procedure that time marches it back to the Tyrone 40. It'll bring up a 1st and 15 now, and really the Golden Eagles scored with 1 minute and 1 second left here in the first half, and the Crushers are taking advantage of that little time on the clock, and I'll see what they can do here on 1st and 15.
Shotgun formation again for DeFrancis. And now what do we have to call from the officials? Tyrone wants a timeout. So we shall take a timeout as well. Let's return to our WTRN studios and take this 60-second break. Now 14-10 as we play very late in the second quarter at Mansion Park in Altoona. From the 40-yard line at Tyrone, DeFrancis and his Mccort Crushers operating. DeFrancis throws the bomb down the field, and Justin Shop has made it. No, almost made a spectacular interception at the 5-yard line. It was a fight between him and the receiver, Seidel. Shop, a little bit of a height advantage, helped him there.
Yes, it did. He has hands on the football. I don't know if Seidel got his hand in there to knock it away from Justin Shop, but pretty good coverage, although Seidel did have a step on Justin, but the pass just slightly underthrown and allowed Justin to catch up, and he almost made the interception.
He has got a lot of interceptions late in the season, 9 on the year now for Justin Schaap. DeFrancis to the big guy, the tight end, finally getting into the action to the 30-yard line. Completion for a first down, and that does stop the clock with 31 seconds to go. Not quite a first down, still needs a couple maybe. 31 seconds to go in the first half, and a timeout called by Bishop Mccort. So we'll take a timeout as well. Now we'll keep it here this time. Tell you about the Renko Insurance Agency. They're located on the Tyrone Pike just south of Phillipsburg. They'll come to your home or business in the Tyrone area to talk about all your insurance needs. Call 1-800-696-8097, and they'll find the lowest price, auto, home, business, or life insurance for you and your family. That's the Renko Insurance Agency, your independent agency in the Tyrone area. So now, Mccourt, was that their first time out? I believe it was. Pass complete. Boy, that tight end, if he ever catches one in stride, he's going to be tough to bring down.
Yes, the 10-yard gain down to the 30, but it's going to bring up a 3rd and 5 for the Crushers. They needed 15 yards after the penalty, so let's see, they used their first time out. I believe it's just their first time out. Yeah, according to the scoreboard, it looks like that. 31 seconds left. The Golden Eagles lead it 14-10 here late in the second quarter.
Both teams have made good use of the clock. Tyrone for a touchdown drive, and now Mccourt, with only a minute to go, has driven deep into Tyrone territory. A legal procedure penalty coming up against the Crushers. According to Gerard, the play did not get underway.
Wide receiver that time was a couple yards downfield before the snap was what I saw, Rich, and I think it's going to be a legal procedure against Bishop Mccourt. Marches it back to the 35, and now it's going to bring up a 3rd and 10. They should put a second came off the clock. They probably should put a second back on the clock.
Yes, they should. It was 31. Now it's 30. Every second counts here. Not going to do it, though, looks like. You're the only one that noticed. No, they got it right. 3rd down to Francis back in shotgun formation for the Crushers. Rolling to his right, he's running down the sideline, and he's knocked out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Stops the clock, 22 seconds to go.
Jordan Good knocks him out of bounds at about the 28. He picks up 7 on that scramble. Couldn't find anybody open downfield, but it's going to be 4th and 3 now with 22 seconds left at the 28-yard line of Tyrone.
So what do you call here? I don't think it's a little too far maybe for their field goal kicker. 4th, about 3 needed for a first down. Not going to go for it. Lewis has the first down and more. He's tackled inside the 10-yard line, but we do have a flag thrown. See what this is all about. Clock stopped now with 17 seconds to go. A little nice run-off tackle that time by Lewis. Was a hold on the play against Mccourt? Not sure. What do you think?
Flags back at the line of scrimmage. He gains nice yardage down to about the 15. Got the first down easily on the 4th and 3 play.
Against Tyrone. Penalty against Tyrone. So that play will count. Maybe Tyrone might have been offsides there. 13-yard gain, and now we have 17 seconds. Boy, talk about good use of the clock.
Yeah, the Crushers have done an excellent job here. First of all, Chris Seidel, and a nice return on the kickoff. The Golden Eagles did not have good coverage, and we have another timeout here, Rich.
So we'll return to our WTRN studios. Let's take a 60-second break.
Going across middle, man wide open. Touchdown!
Back throws into the end zone, and it is a touchdown for Bishop Mccourt. So from the 10-yard line, it was a 1st and goal for the Crushers, and they find a receiver in the end zone. Who'd they get it? Guess who? Here's the main man, Chris Seidel.
Seidel gets the 10-yard touchdown completion, and the Crushers take the lead here late in the half. 16-14 now, pending the extra point.
So Tyrone had a brief lead, but that was 1 minute and 1 second, I think, on that drive. It helped a lot, though, by a nice return.
Yeah, Chris Seidel on the return, too. So he gets the touchdown and the beautiful return to set up this score.
Well, timeout called by Tyrone. We'll keep it here this time. We're just 12 seconds away from halftime, but, boy, I don't recall in quite a long time we've seen such action in about the final 3 or 4 minutes of a first half.
Yeah, just 12 seconds left in the half, and both teams score within the last 2 minutes here of the half. The Golden Eagles had a nice drive, and the Crushers come back and march it right downfield.
Yeah, they sure do, and that was an excellent pass from quarterback to Francis of 10 yards into the end zone, and the receiver, Chris Seidel, caught the ball. No one really around him.
No, he was wide open, right at the goal line. It was just a yard into the end zone, but there was no Golden Eagle around Seidel, and an easy pass and throw from Francis to Seidel.
The freshman kicker back in there. Kick is up, and it is good. So, timeout in the field. Let's return to our WTRN studios. Bishop Mccort has retaken the lead now, 17-14. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Well, here's been one of the most exciting game points of the game so far is the kickoff for Mccort. You never know.
Yeah, so far, DeMoncos has put several of them out of bounds on kickoffs until he squibbed one down the middle. Just 12 seconds left. I assume he'll squib it again.
It is a squib kick, bouncing inside the 30, and it's picked up by Shane Tate. He's going nowhere. Stopped to the 30-yard line with just 6 seconds to go in the first half. So a better job that time by Domingos for the Crushers. Freshman kicker. For Tyrone, as Jordan mentioned, a freshman punter in Reihart, who's done excellent work for Tyrone all year long. Ball just inside the 30-yard line of the Golden Eagles. And what could be our final play of the first half in the district championship game. And a kneel down is taken by quarterback Tyler Golden. So that ends the half. The score, Bishop Mccort 17, Tyrone 14. Our halftime activities brought to you by the WTRN Sportsman. We'll be back after this 2-minute timeout. District 6 championship game, and Bishop Mccort not bad either. They're probably about 4/5 filled over there.
Yeah, and I think the press box side where we're at is completely filled. The larger stands on our side of the field, and I don't find any empty seats on this side of the field, and you're right, about 4/5 filled on the far side.
You know, the only downside to that is there's less people back in Tyrone listening to us on the radio tonight. But hey, what the heck, we're having a good time here bringing you the game, and Tyrone trailing by just 3 points to the Bishop Mccort Crushers. Boy, I saw a name on the program here I remember from last year. I bet Tyrone fans do too. It's a Wadley. This one is Isa Wadley. But do you remember Abdullah Wadley?
Yeah, he had, I believe he had the winning touchdown last year against the Golden Eagles.
It was a tying touchdown.
It was a tying touchdown, okay. To send it into overtime.
Mm-hmm. Send it into overtime. Then Tyrone field goal. Took the lead in overtime, but then Mccort scored the touchdown and won the game. Walk for Tyrone. Nice return out to near midfield. Looked like he got his second win there. Looked like he had trouble handling the kick, but then picked it up and brought it back.
Yeah, the only fault of this Crusher team is their kickoffs are very poor, out of bounds or short. This time Jesse Walk got the squib kick at about the 30-yard line, one of the up backs, and he returns it to midfield, and those are the football touching midfield.
Yes, sir. Again, excellent field position for Tyrone. They've had great field position all through this game. Pro I is the set for the Golden Eagles. First play of the second half. Johnny Franco breaking tackles, but still gets only a yard or two. He would have been stopped for a yard loss. But going forward, I think number 74 is a tough guy in there. That's Wayne Jones, a senior. Listen to this, 6'2", 315.
John Perros in on a stop also. You mentioned, Rich, it looked like he's going to be stopped in the backfield. Good hard running, but only a yard gain.
To the 49-yard line, it's 2nd and 9, Tyrone. This time we have split backs behind quarterback Golden. Play action for the Tyrone Golden Eagles. Ooh, here's an whoa! Number 52 for the Bishop Mccort Crushers' Chris Konchak, a senior linebacker, had a clear interception, dropped the ball.
Yeah, it was right in his chest. But what really happened there? Why Tyler Golden was so far off on that pass? He was trying to hit a player out in the flat, but John Perros got in there, and I believe Perros hit his arm as Golden released that football, and that caused it to go right to Konchak.
Tyrone gets a break there. Golden is going to be stopped. He does get positive yardage, but he's going to be shy of the first down at about the 46-yard line. So that's a gain of about 5, maybe 4. Fourth down in a punting situation now for the Golden Eagles. So they're unable to move that ball after a great field position.
Well, it was a good stop by the defense of the Crushers as Tyrone had good field position, and they really put pressure on the two passes. That time Golden rolling out to his right, had pressure from Perros again, and he had to keep it and tuck it in and gained a few yards, but it's 4th and 6.
Linebacker is doing a good job following Golden around tonight, huh?
Yes, they're doing an excellent job keying in on him and pressuring him. And we got a whistle here, Rich, and I'm not sure.
Mccort has called a timeout. Very unusual call so early in the third quarter, so we'll take a timeout as well. Return to our WTRN studios and take this 60-second break. The freshman punter, Levi Reinhardt, does a great job. Gets the punt off. It's inside the 20-yard line, clear down to the 13. And Gerard, that ball took reverse English, or he could have had that inside the 5.
Yeah, it took a hopper. It could have been inside the 10 at least, Rich. But still, the Crushers start deep in their own territory at the 13.
They have started deep in their own territory in a lot of drives in this game tonight. And this is the time Tyrone's defense is going to step up. No, not on this play, though. Across the 20 for a first down to the 25 goes the big guy, Lewis, the tailback, number 44. He has rushed for over 1,000 yards this season, but nice run there over end.
Yeah, that gives him 92 on the night for my stats, so he's going to be over 100 shortly. He picks up 12 out to the 20, or excuse me, picks up 14 out to the 27-yard line.
If I were Mccort and the coaching staff, I would go to this Lewis more. He's tough to bring down. Well, this time they go to the fullback instead. Short gainer to the 30.
Yeah, that's Brad Barbin, number 6. I believe it's only his second carry on the night. He's going to get a couple yards to the 30, as you mentioned, 2nd and 8.
Barbin had some yards against P.O. last week, I believe.
Yeah, he, I believe, scored a couple touchdowns even against Phillipsburg last week. Haven't seen much of him tonight, however. That's only his second carry.
He hasn't been involved much in the offense at all. The quarterback is a junior, Jordan DeFrancis. And he is going to throw. Looks for a receiver down the field. It's going to be caught at the 40-yard line, 35-30, 25-20. Another touchdown by the main man, Mr. Seidel. Boy, he's got speed that is tough to beat. Once he made that catch, he did exactly the same thing. He already caught it in stride. And when he catches that in stride, he's gone.
Yeah, this Jordan DeFrancis can throw the football, Rich. I mean, he beat the defensive back, had a couple yards on him, wasn't way behind him, but Jordan DeFrancis just put that pass right on target at about the 30-yard line at Tyrone, and Seidel was into the end zone untouched.
Seidel, there wasn't no one near him after he had broken that run in stride. And what was the yardage on that one, Gerard? 70-yard touchdown run from the Mccort 30. And all of a sudden, Mccort increases their lead. Kick is up, looks good again. It is 24-14. And we'll be back with the Bishop Mccort kickoff in 60 seconds.
Chris Seidel showed 3 touchdown passes from DeFrancis to Seidel, and the Crushers are really looking good offensively. The Golden Eagles haven't been able to solve that combo.
And 2 long ones.
Yes, and that was the longest one, covering 70 yards. It capped an 87-yard drive, and the Golden Eagles need a score here now.
And a little squib kick again, going to bounce down to the 28-yard line. He's walk again on the run back, and he gets it across the 35, out near the 40-yard line. He's tough to bring down. Fighting hard was Mr. Walk.
Yeah, Jesse Walk's done a couple nice jobs on these squib kicks. They're going to spot it at the almost to the 41-yard line at Tyrone. First and 10, another good field position for the Golden Eagles.
That's certainly true there. Tyrone trails in the game, but I'll tell you what, they couldn't have asked for better field position in a game than they've had tonight against Bishop Mccort. Taking over on punts after short kickoffs. And long count this time by Tyler Golden, the quarterback. A little swing pass comes out to KJ. Nice pass. Complete to the 50 into Bishop Mccort territory, down near the 47. So that's first down, I think.
That's a pickup of 12 on the completion, and Tate made a guy miss him again. He didn't break a tackle that time, but he did a nice job eluding the tackle and making the defender miss. A 12-yard pickup, first and 10.
Yeah, he caught the ball about 4 yards from the line of scrimmage in the slot and ran the rest of the way for the first down. So Tyrone trying to march down the field here, following the Mccort bomb from DeFrancis to Seidel. Johnny Franco is trying to run wide, and he gets it to the 50 and just out of bounds after a short game.
Yeah, gets about 1 yard to the 46-yard line, maybe 2 to the 45 of the Crushers, 2nd and 8, before he's knocked out of bounds at the near sideline.
Well, you remember that one time, Gerard, where Franco did break one on the near side of the field running wide, but they've defensed him pretty good other than that.
Yeah, he cut that one back a little bit up the hash mark, though. Didn't go all the way to the sideline and got the score. So it's been tough running up the middle against this Crusher defense. Most of the running yardage has been wide.
2nd and 9. High formation, pro I for the Golden Eagles. Here come those big linebackers. Oh, nearly intercepted that time by one of the defensive backs, number 6, and that is Brad Barbin, the senior 5'10", 190-pounder, as he kind of flicked that ball away.
Yeah, he had a screen set up for Gilman right that time, but the pass was a little behind Gilman, and Barbin come up and got his hands on the football, but again couldn't control it. So it's 3rd and 8 for the Golden Eagles at the 45 of the Crushers.
I think this is the fastest defense Tyrone has faced this year.
Yeah, I believe it is too, Rich. They really go to the football. I mean, they attack the football.
It cost them a couple times, long big plays. One by Franco, but here's a bomb down the field. That shot is open. He's got it for a Tyrone touchdown. Unbelievable. 3 defenders around him. Justin Schaub caught it at the 10 and took it in the end zone for a touchdown. So guess what? Tyrone matches Mccort again.
And he got beyond the secondary. The second TD score from Tyler Golden to Justin Schaub. This one covering 45 yards on a 3rd and 8 play, and the Golden Eagles do what they have to, come right back and score here to cut it to 24-20 pending this extra point.
Talk about your big plays. Wow. Schaefer coming in, ready to attempt the extra point. Shootout here in the 3rd quarter. Justin Schaub is the holder. He just caught the touchdown pass. Kick is up, and it is good. Tyrone trails now 24-21. We'll be back in 60. We kind of thought these two fine defenses might take charge a little bit more in the second half, but we were wrong.
And a lot of big plays in this game. A lot of scores coming from 40 yards and beyond. And here's the kickoff, a short one this time, kind of a quick kick by Schaefer, and an opening coming up the middle is Seidel out to the 46-yard line. Another nice return by Chris Seidel.
And this time, it'll be Mccort for one of the first times in the game that has good field position.
Yeah, other than the scoring drive at the end of the half when they returned it out to midfield, this is the next best starting position for their offense at their own 46.
So here comes Jordan DeFrancis. Has thrown 2 long touchdown passes to Chris Seidel. And 1 short one as well. Seidel's the man to watch, it looks like. He and number 3, Matt Varga, twin receivers to the far side this time, and the I formation for the Crushers. But number 6 gets the ball, and he is going for good yardage to the 50, to the Tyrone 45-yard line, and that is Brad Barbin, the guy that hasn't carried the ball too much.
It's going to be a nice 8-yard pickup on first down into Tyrone territory to the 46, over left tackle, or around left end, I should say, at the hash mark. 2nd and 2 for the Crushers. And
the clock still shows 7:45 to go in the 3rd quarter. It's Been a lot of scoring here in the third quarter. One for Tyrone, one for Mccort. Lewis is pounding ahead this time. Well, he's tough to bring down. 40, 35, Tyrone 30-yard line. I think that was number 21, Gilman, who had to come in and make the stop from the defensive backfield.
He doesn't make the stop. It's all the way for 6, but a nice 16-yard pickup on a 2nd and 2 down to the 30-yard line, and both defenses yielding a lot of yardage.
You don't like to see it when your defensive back has to come in and make the stop on a run where they needed only 2 for a first down. That was pretty impressive there by Barbin and Lewis in the last couple runs. You're talking about Lewis, he's senior, 5'11", 202. And there's a pass again to Seidel, caught, and no, not Seidel this time, it's number 6 with the reception. Brad Barbin makes the catch inside the 20-yard line, takes it for yet another Mccort first down.
It's a slant pattern down the middle of the field by Barbin that time, the tailback, and nice pickup from the 30 all the way down inside the 15 to the 13. A gain of 17, and 1st and 10 for Bishop Mccort.
Well, I'll tell you what, you got to give the Crushers some credit. They mix it up perfectly almost, huh?
Yeah, they really keep the defenses off balance. You don't know,
you're going to run. What are we going to do? Going to pass long, going to pass short? Who knows? So DeFrancis gives it off. A flag is thrown. The run is to the 1-yard line by Lewis, but a flag is thrown. So this could be a hold. Tyrone is hoping it's a hold anyway, because Lewis went unfettered there to the 1-yard line.
Yeah, he picked up 12 yards. It would be a 1st and goal if it's not against the Crushers. And let's see what the call is. Illegal shift, it looks like.
So Tyrone bites a little bolt there, and instead of 1st and goal at the 1, Bishop Mccort will have another play coming up here. 6 minutes and 28 seconds to go, but that Lewis just finding too many holes right now.
Yeah, their offensive line is opening up holes and has the Tyrone defense on its heels right now, but the 5-yard penalty marches it back to the 18, and it's going to bring up a 1st and 15 at the 18.
Maybe that'll give the Tyrone defense a little bit of a breather here. And they can set something up on defense to stop this high-powered attack on the ground right now. But then, of course, you always got to be wary of the bomb being thrown. There's that Seidel splitting as a lone wide receiver way to the far side of the field as Mccort operates from the near hash marks this time. And here goes Varga. He's hit for a loss. There's a nice defensive play by Tyrone. All right, who got that? Number 4, looks like.
That's Shane Amy come up and saw the Varga lined up in the slot that time and came into the backfield and took the handoff around left end, but Shane Amy let Seidel release and came up and made the stop for actually a 2-yard loss back to the 20, so it's going to be 2nd and about 17.
So there's that big play on defense Tyrone was looking for here. Don't forget, tomorrow afternoon it's going to be action. Another Seidel will be on hand, and if Lou's related to this Chris, if he's not, he hopes he is. 3 touchdowns caught by the Bishop Mccort receiver. But Lou and Lance Baird will be at Mansion Park, right where we are right now, to bring you the District 6 Class A championship game. Lewis on moving, unfettered to the 3-yard line. That time he ran over tackle. Ran a little differently that time, though, Gerard. Instead of cutting it inside, he cut it outside.
And he was really untouched until he got to about the 8-yard line, finally forced out of bounds, as you mentioned, around the 3. Well, they're going to spot it at the 1, Rich. And that's 1st and goal at the 1 as he picks up 19 yards in that carry.
Cut it to the middle of the field, then all of a sudden decided to cut outside toward the far sideline, got an additional 7 or 8 yards. Wow, that's tough. Lewis this time stopped just shy of the goal line, inside the 1-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and goal coming up for Bishop Mccort. We got 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Bishop Mccort putting together a nice drive here.
Yes, it is, Rich. It started at their own 46, and now we got a 2nd and goal to 1. Nice play by Johnny Franco and Tyler Gilman. They knifed in there that time and stopped them for no gain.
DeFrancis set to take the snap. Lewis is into the end zone for a touchdown for Mccort. Simple over tackle run that time, and 1-yard touchdown run for Lewis. Tyrone crowd get a little quiet again after that big play, which made it close. But now Mccort just answers, drives it right down the field again.
Yeah, the Golden Eagle defense cannot stop this offense of Bishop Mccort. They've had 2 possessions here in the second half and just methodically marched it downfield and had easy scores both times. And even in some of the situations, the Golden Eagles without the penalty get them in second or third and long, but Tyrone cannot stop them.
This is not like last year's game, which was a defensive battle between these two. The kick by that freshman, he does a good job kicking the ball except for the kickoffs. 31-21. We'll be back with the Bishop Mccort kickoff in the Christmas gift season is here in your area gift headquarters, Community Pharmacy, Pennsylvania Avenue, downtown Tyrone. All your Christmas decorations for the trees and many other gifts available as well for the whole family. At Community Pharmacy, a big booster of Tyrone Golden Eagle sports on Pennsylvania Avenue, your area prescription headquarters. As are the folks, of course, at the Bullpen in the Tyrone Shopping Center. Meet your friends tonight and after tomorrow night's Bellwood game at the Bullpen. Check out their specials and don't forget their Sunday buffet each Sunday from 11 a.m. till 1:30 p.m. That's the Bullpen in the Tyrone Shopping Center.
Well, Shane Amy returns this squib kick from about his own 30 out to the 37-yard line. So decent starting field position for the Golden Eagles to start this possession. They trailed by 10 again, 31-21.
A 1-yard touchdown run by Mr. Lewis. Oh, nice run there by Gilman. Gilman's out across the 40 to the 43-yard line. And the Golden Eagles now try to match the Mccort score. They did last time on a long bomb.
Yeah, on a third down play, but a nice pickup that time of about 6 yards by Gilman, as you mentioned, out to the 43, 2nd and 4.
Been an exciting third quarter, no doubt about that. High formation, Golden Eagles on offense. Tyler Golden gets a pass completed for a first down. Out across the 45 to the 49-yard line. This time it goes to Shane Tate.
Yeah, just that same play they've been running. He just goes 4 yards downfield, takes the pass, makes the defender miss, and he picks up nice yardage at about 7 yards to the midfield, 1st and 10.
Catch him off balance a little bit, and then look for Schaub on the long bomb. That's what they did on the last drive. Well, he's going for Schaub again down the field. Intercepted this time and draw. Oh, that was a terrific hit by Schaub where that would have been an interception. Are they going to call it an interception? I think they do. No? Oh, boy, that was a terrific hit. Schaub, he was double covered that time and covered well.
Yeah, Seidel came over and made the interception. Looked like he had this interception, but Schaub did an excellent job. Just jarred it loose as he hit him hard and incomplete.
We have seen Johnny Franco and Mr. Schaub play as good a defensive backfield as we've seen anybody play.
Yes, we have, Rich, and Seidel's a little bit shaken up there, the official talking to him, but he's putting his helmet on, and looks like he's going to be ready to go. They do not stop the clock. And
his bell rung that time by Mr. Justin Schaub. But the pass is incomplete, at least it's not an interception. Johnny Franco going nowhere. He stopped after a 2-yard loss, looks like. Breaks free after the whistle, but that doesn't help there. Uh-oh, maybe a cramp for Johnny. No, he's just upset. He thought he wasn't stopped.
He was down that time.
Whistle, I heard the whistle.
The guy made the tackle, and Johnny laid on top of him and kind of bounced off him and come up and started running again. But it's going to be a yard loss back to the 49 and bring up a 3rd and 11.
Tyrone fans here in front of us are booing, but hey, they're not always right, you know. They want their team to win. They're rooting for Tyrone here. But that play was definitely stopped, and a Crusher player is down. And he is in some pain at the 48-yard line. So with an injury timeout, we're going to go back to our WPR. Lewis is the injured player. He's off the field on his own power. What's he play linebacker on defense?
That's correct, Rich. He's made a lot of tackles. He's played well both ways tonight, and I think it was just a cramp the way they were working on his leg. As you mentioned, he's walking off the field on his own power, but a little bit of a limp, but I'm almost positive it was a cramp.
Join Bill Marlette following our broadcast tonight. He'll have been updating some of those scores for you. Of course, Hollidaysburg at Oliver. The Golden Tigers 8-4. Oliver from the Pittsburgh City League is 10-2. Bishop McDevitt at State College tonight. And they've lost 4 times to Bishop McDevitt, the Crusaders, in the last couple of years in the playoffs and so forth, or in the regular season. Then tomorrow night it's Juniata Valley against Bellwood-Antis. What happened there?
Well, it's a first down pickup on the 3rd and 11, Rich, as Justin Schaub runs an out pattern at the Crushers' 38-yard line. Perfectly thrown pass by Tyler Golden, and it's a gain of 13 when they needed 11.
Golden Eagles march now back into Bishop McCort territory. So Justin Schaub Tyler Golden leads his team out of the huddle. Schaub is wide out near side of the field. Sack this time, though, way back there at the 43-yard line. That's a big number, 85. In on the stop, that is Michael Cruz, 6'4", 255, and speedy, too.
Golden tried to step up in the pocket that time and find an open receiver, but couldn't find any, and Cruz come in, and it's going to be a 5-yard loss back to the 43-yard line, 2nd and 15.
Good sack that time by the Crushers. They haven't gotten to Tyler Golden too much in this game. Third quarter has seen 2 McCort scores, 1 Tyrone score. Is Tyrone taking a time out here? I think they are. So we'll keep it here this time. We'll tell you about some of our hosts who have been very happy to bring you football action, including Christine Fink, Realtor. She wishes good luck to both the Golden Eagles and the Bellwood-Antis Blue Devils. Also, Gino's Pizzeria. They are located, of course, in Grazierville. Wallace Rentals, downtown Tyrone, Universal Furniture.
Here we got a second and long situation.
Yeah, Mr. Morrow might be a nice target. Big guy, 6'4", right in the center of the field. Let's see if they go to him. That pass there was off the fingertips of one of the McCort defenders, number 2 in on the play. Made a nice play, Matt McIntyre, and tipping it away. But I don't think it would have been caught anyway.
Yeah, tried to hit Justin Schaub at about the 35-yard line at the far hash mark, but as a result of a tip, it goes into the ground short of Justin, incomplete.
Let's see if Lewis has checked back into that game. I don't believe he has. For McCort, they have number 50 in there. Oh, he's one of the starters anyway. That's Tony Caparelli, a junior. Pass is incomplete at the 15-yard line. Justin Schaub almost made a leaping catch that time.
Yeah, he had it in his hands, but a nice play by Josh Kubinski, who got his hands in there and knocked it away at a 15-yard line from Justin Schaub. So it's going to be 4th and 15 for the Golden Eagles at the Bishop McCort 43.
Now we have 2:08 to go now in the quarter. Tyrone's going to punt, try to force McCort to the shadow of their own goal line here with a good one from Levi Reinhardt. Good snap. Kick is up. And it's a high one. Go to let bounce. Takes good Tyrone English inside the 10-yard line. Clear down to the 6. That's that artificial turf again, huh?
Yes, it is, Rich. So they pin them back, but can the defense stop them? They had them pinned back earlier in this quarter at the 13, but the Crushers marched it downfield 87 yards. Let's see if Scott Lewis does come in on offense. Of course, the running back for the Crushers.
We're talking about Scott Lewis, the guy who was injured a few plays ago. Didn't appear to be a serious injury, but he did have to go to the sideline. He's an important player in this team.
Yes, he is, and yeah, he is in there, Rich.
Yes, he is back in the game. Back in the game at tailback. Barbin carrying tacklers with him. Near the 10-yard line before he's finally pushed back. Updike picks the football up after the whistle had blown. He was hoping it hadn't blown because he had a touchdown. Now Barbin gains 4.
Yeah, he gets out to the 10, Rich, and pick up a 4 just about for the Crushers, and the Golden Eagles got to hit them a little lower. He he was hit at about the 7-yard line, but 3 Tyrone players had him high, and he had the strength to push them out to the 10, get them down low, and you'll bring them down quicker.
It's been a back-and-forth game between these two fine championship-caliber teams here tonight. Interception, Franco, touchdown, Tyrone. All of a sudden, the Golden Eagles back in the game. Wow. Johnny Franco coming out of nowhere. An ill-advised pass thrown by DeFrancis that time.
Yeah, DeFrancis, I don't know who, he had somebody about 5 yards further down, but Johnny Franco read it beautifully, intercepts it at the 11-yard line, and returns it into the end zone untouched on the far side of the field. And the Golden Eagles make it 31-27, 10 in the extra point. The first turnover of the night for either team is a Johnny Franco interception. Unbelievable. Turnovers come back to haunt you in the playoffs. We've said that numerous times, and let's see if it comes back to haunt Mccort now. Here's John Schaefer coming into the game as a kicker for Tyrone. Extra point try. Justin Schopp is the holder. And the kick is up. Good. Tyrone trails again, 31-28. Back in 60. It seems like every time Tyrone cuts the lead to 3, Mccort drives it right down the field again. So let's see if Tyrone's defense can step up this time. Still got 1:04 to go in the third quarter. Johnny Franco, what was the yardage on that interception? I called it 11-yard interception return, Rich. Beautiful read by Johnny Franco. And you're right, Rich. Let's see if the Golden Eagle defense can stop them. Every time Tyrone scores, the Crushers march it downfield. And out of bounds kick this time. So Mccort will have it on their own 35 unless they want to re-kick. And they are going to re-kick, I believe. Make them re-kick the ball again. Double-A championship game. Of course, Hollidaysburg winning the Triple-A championship and marching on in the playoffs against Oliver of Pittsburgh tonight. Pittsburgh City League. Tyler Gilman will kick this time. So Mccort, an opportunity here for a better field position. Gilman known more as a squib kicker on the times he's done that work for Tyrone. And the kick is taken on a bounce. Oh, it goes right through the guy's legs. Back to the 22. So Mccort will take over at the 22 with 55 seconds to go in the third quarter. That was a big mistake. Mccort should have taken it at 35. Yeah, they could have had it to 35. They like to have Tyrone kick, and actually they could have had it in better field position, but as you mentioned, right through the one player's hands, the Seidel. But Johnny Franco got down there beautifully again and made the stop. Injured players, so we'll take a timeout. Let's return to our WTRN studios. Take a 60-second break. The Eagles doing some hard hitting against a couple of Mccourt's premier players. First it was Lewis, and now Seidel got his bell rung. Yeah, he was the return man, and Johnny Franco put a lick on him at the 22-yard line, and he was shaken out, but he is walking off the field on his own, under his own power, but he's going to miss a play or two here on this series, with just 55 seconds left in the third quarter. Your score is Bishop Mccort 31, Tyrone 28. Francis going right back to the air, and a leaping catch is attempted at the 45-yard line by Barbin. It is incomplete. Mr. Francis has quite an arm, though, huh? Yeah, he can throw it downfield. We've seen Tyler Golden many times this year pitch it downfield 40, 50, 60 yards, and DeFrancis is similar to that. He has a good arm. That play broken up at about the Tyrone 45-yard line, and Barbin had it in his hands but couldn't come down with it. He's not leery either after that interception, coming right back with the pass. No, he isn't, and I think that's a good thing for Coach Salem to do. Get some confidence back in your quarterback. He's led you to this lead, and even though he threw an interception the last time, you want him there to complete the passes. He's throwing the ball again. It's way overthrown this time, though. And they were doing so well on the ground there, but the intended receiver that time was Vargas, and it's incomplete. Now they'll bring up third down and 10 for the Crushers.
all of a sudden Tyrone starting to feel they get back in this game. They can take the lead now.
Good coverage by Tyler Gilman that time, right with Matt Varga. Really, Tyler had the best chance to catch it, but again, that ball was down at the 35-yard line at Tyrone trying to complete the pass. Strong arm by DeFrancis.
I'm surprised they didn't go back to the ground, though. They were doing so well on the ground on that last drive. Tyrone just couldn't stop them. And here goes Lewis on the ground. He stopped shy of the first down, though. Not across the 25 to about the 28-yard line. So Mccort will go into punt formation. As we get set to start the fourth quarter, that may have been the last play of the third quarter. We're down to about 18 seconds to go. Here's the Tyrone fans all on their feet. They're saying, you know what, defense, excellent job by the defense, making the stop there. So that is the end of the third quarter. Your score is Tyrone trailing 31-28. Back in 60 seconds. So we'll start the fourth quarter with the Bishop Mccort punt. And Tyrone will have the opportunity to perhaps take the lead in the game. Tyrone is offside. Oh, that's bad. It's going to give him a first down.
Yes, it is.
Shane Amy a little too over-anxious.
Went offside, clearly moved and into the neutral zone, and it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Crushers. A costly penalty for Tyrone.
That's something the Golden Eagles definitely didn't want to see. They were going to get that ball back in pretty good shape as well, as they're going to have to punt from clear back at the 25, but that 5-yard penalty gives them a first down, another fresh set of downs to work with here. Yeah, little things like that in a championship game, huh?
Yeah, that's a costly mistake. I mean, now Tyrone's defense has got to dig in again and see what they can do with this Crusher running attack. I think they're going to stick to the ground this time.
Yes, they do, and there goes Mr. Lewis again across the 35 to the 40. To the 42-yard line. He's recovered from his little injury break there, huh?
Yeah, nice first down pickup of about 8 yards. As you mentioned, I'm going to give him the 43 even, Rich. That's called a gain of 9. And 2nd and 1.
You know, things were going to start off real good for Tyrone, accepting the punt to start the fourth quarter, but unfortunately a penalty hurt him. Lewis is the lone running back now. And they're going to go right back to him, and he's running hard again. 45, 50, 45, 40. How do you bring this guy down? 202 pounds of power.
And he's got some quick feet and speed, too. He reminds me a little bit of Jerome Bettis, the way he has the nimble feet, you know, Rich, and gets around corner. And that time it looked like they had him, two guys had him, were going to meet at Scott Lewis, but he ran right between them. He had the speed and nimble feet.
You know, like Bettis, he's not big size-wise, height-wise, but he can power that ball down the field, no doubt on that. And you always got to be alert for Mr. Seidel, too. Well, there's a little better defensive play by Tyrone that time. And a fumble. Play is down, though, looks like. No, they're going to call it Tyrone football. Wow. Johnny Franco recovers a fumble at the 35. So Tyrone, this would look like Bishop Mccort was going to put him away with a score. Hey, Tyrone, the Golden Eagles recover a fumble, and there's that turnover we were talking about. 10:45 to go in the game. Lewis trying for that extra half yard or so that time. Didn't get it. So now the Golden Eagles do get the football following the fumble recovery. I formation for Tyrone, and there's Johnny Franco running hard, and he gets the ball across the 40 to the 41. Plenty of time left in the game. Tyrone trailing by just 3. Bishop Mccort back to defense now. So Golden gets his play from Coach John Franco on the sideline. Rejoins the huddle. Let's see what the play is on 2nd and 4. Two tough teams going at it, and this is what a championship game should be like. Gilman running hard across the 40 to the 45-yard line for a first down for Tyrone.
And 2 running plays now. The running attack hasn't been very prevalent here in the second half, but Franco picks up 6 or 7 and Gilman 5 or 6, and it's first and 10 for the Golden Eagles at their own 46.
No matter who wins, it's going to be an exciting finish, no doubt on that. I formation for Tyrone, incomplete pass. Justin Schaub, slot receiver that time, couldn't catch it. George says it may have been tipped at the line of scrimmage, incomplete. So second and 10 coming up for the Golden Eagles. Tate wide out near side of the field this time. And the I formation for Tyrone. All right, there's Johnny Franco with the football. Franco breaking tackles across the 45 to midfield. So nice run there by Johnny Franco.
Picks up about 4 before Anthony Caparelli brings them down, but it's still going to be a 3rd and a long 6 right at midfield.
Doubling to Tyrone territory, but fumbled the football, and Johnny Franco scooped it up. And shotgun formation for Tyler Golden of the Golden Eagles. A catch made at the 35 by Justin Schaub. First down, Tyrone.
So a big 15-yard pickup on a 3rd down play. Keeps this drive moving, and a nice throw that time by Golden. It was a little bit low, but Schaub did a nice job sliding in to make the catch at the 35-yard line.
Justin Schaub, the man to go to for Tyrone. Tyler Golden tries to cut inside, but he's met by a whole host of tacklers, and that was a host of tacklers at that.
Yeah, no gain there. I think Wayne Jones, number 74, the big defensive tackle, was the first one to meet him, and he tried to cut it back as he found no running room wide, but no gain for Tyler Gilman.
They seem to swarm to the ball carrier.
Yeah, they do a good job of that. This is a tough defense, even though there's been a lot of points tonight. The defenses have made some nice plays. They just haven't been able to stop either offense very often on series.
Okay, 8 minutes to go in the game. And back to the I set. Gilman is the tailback. And this time, going to be a big sack. No, Gilman trying to get the pass off. Did he get it off, or is he stopped? He got it off. Tyler Gilman trying the halfback pass that time. His intended receiver was Justin Schaub, I do believe.
Good pressure, though, by the defense of the Crushers. They got in there, and as he was releasing the football, he was being hit at about the 47-yard line, and he did a good job just to get it off.
The halfback pass not effective for the Golden Eagles on the 2nd down play. Shotgun formation again. Can he do it again on 3rd down? Not this time. Justin Schaub was the receiver at the 20, but that pass, I don't know who that was. Might have been intended for Gilman.
Yeah, I don't know. It's between the two. You're right, Rich. Really nowhere near the receiver of the Golden Eagles, and it's going to bring up a 4th and 10 now.
So what's the call here? Do we punt the football away or go for it on 4th down already? Is it too early for that? And I guess we're going to go for it. 36-yard line. Off Bishop Mccort, Tyrone huddles it up. And Tyler Golden is in shotgun formation again. Takes the snap. Plenty of time. Gets a screen pass out to Mr. Franco. Franco to the 26, but that is not, I don't believe, enough for a first down. And Bishop, just about a yard shy, unfortunately. Franco had some good running room there.
Yes, he did, but it was a good tackle by one of the Crushers. It looked like he might get up the far sideline and get the first down, but it appears to me he had to get across the 25, and I think football's a little short of the 25, so...
Mccort will take over with 7:38 to go in the game. That was a 4th and 11, so he makes 10 of the 11. And Mccort takes over on offense now. Let's see if someone called a timeout here. Someone's running across the field. They're just going to mark the football at the 25-yard line of the Crushers. It's a tough one for Tyrone there. Screen pass set up, huh?
That was a little pass over the middle, and they let the pressure come in. You're right, Rich. And Franco was open, but I wish I would have got the number of the Crusher. If Franco beats that player to the outside, he might have taken it all the way, but it was an excellent tackle to prevent the first down.
Johnny Franco is having his game of the season, I think. What do you consider? He's offense, defense?
Yeah, he's playing well both sides of the ball, like Scott Lewis. They're the two key players for each team, and they've both been outstanding here tonight.
All over the field is Johnny Franco, and there was something happening over there. Lewis was injured again. The running back, Lewis might have made that tackle on Franco to stop the first down, and he was injured again, getting a couple pats on the head from some of his teammates, and he's going to have to come out of the game again. That doesn't help Mccort. He's their big man. Rushing-wise, over 100 easily, huh?
Oh, yeah, he's got well over 100 yards. I don't have an official total now, but we could see what was going on.
So here's Barbin running around end, running hard across the 25 to the 30-yard line. Positive yardage, good on first down.
Yeah, and the Tyrone's contain is not there. They're bouncing him outside, and he picks up good yardage to about the 31, a gain of 6, 2nd and 4.
Well, Tyrone's happy about that fumble because Bishop Mccort looked like they were driving for a score there, led by Lewis, but now Lewis is out of the game, at least for a moment. Plenty of time left. Tyrone trails by 3. Boy, a turnover at this point of the field would be sweet. Lewis back in, fighting for the first down. Does he have it? He's out across the 35, so it's close. I think he has enough, though.
I believe he has the first down, Rich, as Lewis checks back in out to the 36, and the Crushers keep this going.
You hear the coaching staff yelling and screaming over to our right here. They're in the booth here with Tony Yanello, Mr. Gutoff, and Jason Wilson, the whole crew in there, and they're saying, get a couple of those guys out of there, and they're not doing well. But hey, the runner for Bishop Mccort, Mr. number 44, Mr. Lewis, has something to do with that as well. Here's a good defensive play by Tyrone this time as they try an off-tackle run.
And it's Lewis again, and John Schaefer and Tyler Hoover in on the stop. Only a couple yards pickup this time. Actually, I should give him 1 yard gain to the 37, 2nd and 9.
It's one of the shorter gains they've had on the ground in quite a while. So the ball placed at the 37 of the Crushers. Fourth quarter action, 31-28 is your score. Tyrone trails. Trips wide left this time. Lewis stopped cold in his tracks again. Second time in a row the defense stepped up.
That time was a beautiful play by James Updike, who knifed in there and made the stop in the hole. It'll only be, see where they do mark it, out to the 39, a gain of 2, but it'll be 3rd and 7.
And the Tyrone defense that time didn't fall for that trips wide to the left receiver package.
No, they didn't, as they handed off to Lewis over left tackle, but James Updike was right there.
Good job by Tyrone's defense. DeFrancis throwing the bomb down the field, and it is caught by Bishop Mccort inside the 30-yard line for a first down. Barbin this time made a leaping catch. Shane Tate was the defender, but he outleaped him for it.
Yes, he did, and it was a beautiful play that time.
Wow.
On the completion inside the 20, down to the 27.
That was a play the Steelers were burned quite a few times early in the season, where the receiver just out jumps the defensive back.
That's correct, Rich, and it's going to be a 1st and 10 at the Tyrone 27.
Barbin's size, Barbin stands just 5'10", but he can leap pretty darn good, but he's in the basketball team. 34-yard pass, wow. Lewis stopped again by the Tyrone defense. They're stepping up and stopping Lewis anyway at this point. They didn't stop the pass, unfortunately, which took the ball into Tyrone territory, clear down to the 26-yard line. Well, the worst thing about this drive for Tyrone is the clock is moving along here, folks. We're down to already just over 4 minutes to go in the game. Tyrone has to make a stop here. Trips wide left again. And there goes Mr. Lewis again. He's to the 30-yard line inside the 25 to the 20. That's a gain of about 5. And the clock does keep running with 3:55 to go in the game.
So it's getting nail-biting time here for the Golden Eagles. The defense must make a stop. It's at the 21-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and about a long 3.
3rd down, Tyrone. I say I would think Mccort would go for it on 4th down and hope their defense can hold here. But, of course, that's my speculation right now. They still have this play coming up. Oh, Tyrone jumps off sides again. They're going to signal Mccort, though, this time. Let's see, that would be big for Tyrone. If it's a penalty against the Golden Eagles. I saw a Tyrone player jump, but they pointed at one of the Mccort linemen, looks like, as the offender.
Almost looks like they both jumped simultaneously. Yeah. We'll have to see what happens here. I don't know which way this one's going to go, and it's a key one.
It did stop the clock. Uh-oh, I think, well, now the officials are talking it over. Mccort points at Tyrone. Tyrone points at Mccort. Fortunately for the Golden Eagles, the clock stopped anyway with 3:24 left. Oh my, it's against Tyrone. That is not what we wanted to see here at all. I guess I was right in my first call, huh?
Yes, Rich. It was really close. The one tackle for Mccort jumped too, but I think it was after the Tyrone player jumped into the neutral zone.
So that gives them a fresh set of downs to operate with. They needed just 4, they get 5. Little things like that we keep talking about, huh?
That's a couple costly offside penalties for the Golden Eagles. One on the punt, although it eventually did not come back to haunt them. But this one is really important. It gives them another series of downs, just 3:10 left.
And a touchdown here might put the nail in the coffin. Mr. Barbin, not doing much there, maybe a yard or so. I think Tyrone has 2 timeouts remaining.
I believe you're correct, Rich. That's what I recall, too. They've used one here, and that play by Barbin, no gain to the 16. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10.
And they may have to use one very shortly here. Mccort with the ball deep in Tyrone territory. The key play on this drive was a pass to Brad Barbin from DeFrancis. When they needed a 1st down, they got it, and more. Oh, here's a wide, big hole. Big hole and a touchdown for Mr. Barbin. Keen on Lewis that time. They thought Lewis was going to run inside, but instead they pitched it out to Barbin. And Barbin run it to the near sideline and takes it into the end zone for a score. Nail in the coffin. Well, we still got 2:20 to go. But that was a big one for Mccort.
Yes, it is. A 74-yard drive, and beautifully done again by Mccort. And with 2:20 left in the football game, they have a chance to up it to 10-point lead again, and costly. I agree with you, Rich. The key play in the drive is that pass to Barbin that covered 34 yards.
Okay, here's the extra point trial. Fumble on the extra point try, so it's going to be no good this time. Well, we had some of the Tyrone fans cheering there. I don't think they realized that you can't return a blocked extra point for a touchdown, though Shane Amy did pick it up, huh?
That's correct. So the conversion no good. It's only a 9-point lead, 37-26.
But still a 2-score game. So that's key there anyway. Wasn't that important. 37-28. And now we're going to take a 60-second timeout and be back. Freshman Dane DeMoncos, always an adventure on his kickoffs. Let's see what he does this time. He's kicked it out of bounds 3 or 4 times. And he powers it down the field pretty good this time. Picked down by Mr. Gilman, Tyler Gilman. And he is tackled across the 30 near the 35-yard line, so Tyrone takes over. 2:13 to go now.
And they need a quick score here. They got to march it downfield, as you mentioned. They need 2 scores, trailing by 9 here, so I'm sure they're going to air it out. They've completed some long passes, but I'm sure the defense of the Crushers is going to be in a prevent right now.
They've been triple teaming Mr. Schaub at times here lately.
Yeah, they have. He's had a couple catches here in the second half, but not quite as open as he was in the first half.
Shotgun formation, Golden Eagles. Well, plenty of time for Mr. Tyler Golden to get the pass off. His intended receiver was Gilman, but Gilman was really super coverage that time by one of the linebackers, number 50. Was covering him, and that is Anthony Caprelli.
Yeah, good coverage. Tyler Golden had plenty of time to throw the football, but he was running out of time, and he just whipped it out of bounds.
And that does stop the clock. 2:07 to go in the game. Golden throw to the middle of the field is complete to Schaub at the 45-yard line. So that's a first down, I believe, for Tyrone. Stops the clock again to move the chains. So nice connection there between Tyler Golden and Justin Schaub. Tyrone's offense having a super game. Defense let them down a little bit, though, in this one, and that's a lot to do with Bishop Mccourt's offense, of course, too. They've been tough. Someone has called a timeout, I think, and it must be Mccort. Is that correct? Yes, it is. So that stops the clock. 1:56 to go. Your score is Mccort 37, Tyrone 28. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Shotgun once again. He's been getting good protection. Now he puts it downfield. No one there.
Incomplete pass down the field. That time it was intended for Johnny Franco. Trying to get Franco in the receiving mold here at the 20.
Yeah, they just ran 3 slide patterns, 3 different receivers, just heading down the field, straight line down the field, and that time the pass a little underthrown from Tyler Golden, incomplete.
State Representative Jerry Stern congratulates the Golden Eagles on an excellent season. Congratulations from State Representative Jerry Stern of the 81st Legislative District, and Dr. Paul Barton of Tyrone also adds his congrats to Tyrone on their championship run this year. We don't know if we're going to win it or not, but hey, still got time to go with 1:44 in the game left. Dr. Paul Barton of Tyrone. There's another incomplete pass. Stops the clock at 1:43.
Well, it's a completed pass for a first down to the 39-yard line of the Crushers. A pickup of about 15 yards or 14 yards on the completion to Tyler Gilman.
Throwing the football down the field to Shane Tate this time, and Tate has a first down inside the 25-yard line to the 22. Tyrone moving that ball pretty sharply now, taking advantage of a very untight defense by Bishop Mccourt. So the clock stopped to move the chain gang again. I see a flag down there. Tyler Golden is running with the football. I see a flag down around the 33-yard line. I don't know if that's inadvertent or not. No, it's a penalty against Tyrone.
Yeah, Golden couldn't find anybody open. He ran it out of bounds at about the 18-yard line, but it looks like it will be a call against the Golden Eagles.
It must have been a hold call. The only thing I can think of in a situation like that. Tyler Golden ran to his left toward the far sideline, had plenty of time. No, it's not. It's an illegal shift. So there's another situation. They let the play go. That's about the second or third time tonight.
Yes, they did. Well, illegal shift, it doesn't stop the clock. The play does run. It comes after the snap usually, because you don't know if you're going to set before the snap takes place.
Tyler Golden airs it out. Could be intercepted. Could be caught. Incomplete instead. Kadich. Steve Kadich. Trying to take advantage of his height, Gerard. He's 6'5", and he tried to do what the Mccort did in that last drive.
Yes, he did. He got up there, and really it looked like I thought it was going to be intercepted, but Kadich jumped in front of the potential interceptor at the goal line and almost caught it, but incomplete.
Good try by Steve Kadich, number 3 for Tyrone. We'll see him very shortly on the basketball court. 3rd and 15, Golden Eagles. Pass down. This is going to be intercepted. No! Nice job by Mr. Justin Schaub that time. He reached up, or the pass would have been intercepted by Jack Sherry, a sophomore. Tell you what, those sophomore backs for Mccort haven't done too bad in this game tonight.
No, they've been beat a couple times early in the game, but they've kept everything in front of them since then, and have had a couple chances where they got their hands on the football.
Bodes well for the Crushers in the coming years. Their quarterback is also, of course, just a junior, and he's quite a guy, Mr. DeFrancis. And there's a big sack at the 35, and that's going to be just about it, folks. 4th down, and the Crushers take over with 54 seconds to go. Tyrone giving you the last gasp there. Timeout Tyrone now. So we'll keep it here this time. Run down a few of our hosts who have been having.
Seconds to go, but 3rd down brings up a 4th and 23. Back at 35, it's across the 35-yard line of the Crushers. Let's see if Tyler Golden goes for broke here. It's the last pass in his career. Roughly with that football, it didn't complete. At the 20-yard line, it was Tyler Hillman who was the intended receiver that time, but got in front of one of the defenders. You have to get shorter. Right there. 20-yard line. Playing their hearts out here tonight. Pressure just a little too much. 37-28. Johnson puts the run and walk out. Tyrone maybe out of timeout. You have one more. One left. Look for a turnover. Ball back again. We're going to make it tough with that 9 points. You score game. By the quarterback. Mr. DeFrancis, and we're supposed to talk one with 40 seconds to go. Being before this new team. The District 6 AA champions. These players congratulate each other. Hard fought game. 30 seconds to go. I think one more play and we can call it quits. First loss of the season for Tyrone comes in the championship game. Wind up to 12-1 record. Final kneel down by quarterback DeFrancis. Your final score. Tyrone Golden Eagles losing to the Basic Mccort Crushers 37-28. And here comes the Gatorade on the table on the 4th sideline. The Crushers celebrate their championship. I said prior to the game for the 3rd time in the charter of the Tyrone or beating Mccort 2 years ago, and they lost to 4 kills last 3rd year in a row.